Today we're going to talk about printing to PDF through Chrome. There are a lot of reasons that you might want to do this, so we're going to talk about 3 of them today. The first one is if there are security protections in a document, such as if you send it through Authentisign. You can see up here I've got the marker to say that I sent this through Authentisign. Here's my signature. The problem is if I were to go and look at my thumbnails here, I'd find that I can't edit this at all. I can't move pages around, I can't mark it up or anything like that. Some programs like Preview, when it sees this and you try to mark it up, it may instantly make a copy for you if it's smart enough to do that, but a lot of programs just say, sorry, you can't do anything. But perhaps we would like to do something such as send only part of this document to someone else, or maybe mark it up somehow so that it can be initialed and re-signed. If we would like to do that, we're going to do something known as printing to PDF, and we're going to use Google Chrome. Google Chrome is free, and you can download it on any computer. And if I take my PDF here and just drag it into an open tab in Chrome, it's going to open it up in Chrome's PDF viewer. So here's my PDF. And what we're going to do is hit our print icon, and it will bring up the Chrome print screen. Now, normally, if you were actually going to print this out, you just hit the print button here, and it would go to my GreenLake printer, but I'm going to hit the change button instead. And instead of the GreenLake printer, I'm going to choose Save as PDF. And now my print button has become a Save button. And what this is going to do is the exact same thing that would happen if we were to print it out on a physical printer, have a piece of paper that we then scan back into our computer. So I'm going to hit Save, and this was my Authentisign example locked. What we're doing is sometimes referred to as flattening because you're taking everything about the document that was maybe movable or changeable or extra and just flattening it all down so that it's like a real piece of paper again. So I'm going to save it on my desktop as just Authentisign example flat. You can see it's over here now. So if we were to open that back up now, it's still signed and everything, but now I have the freedom to maybe move pages around, or I could extract things, or maybe mark it up if, say, we're going to change the purchase price and I want to write on this and put initial X's here and everything like that. Obviously, this should not enable you to do anything that you are not legally already allowed to do with a document. However, there are plenty of things that you should be legally allowed to do with something after it's gone through Authentisign that the security protections they put on PDFs would not allow you to do. So that's what you would be using this for. The next example would be fillable PDFs. Sometimes you get a fillable form like this where you were able to write things in, type things in yourself. But if you send this to someone, they might email you back and say, I got the attachment, but everything is blank. Or maybe you've received one that was all blank. That has to do with the difference between how you're viewing and editing PDFs on your computer and how they're doing it on their computer. So maybe you've got a Mac with Preview and they've got a PC with Adobe, and they're just not getting along, so one does not see that the other one already filled it in. So we want this to be flat. We want it to be just like we print it out and scan it again so that all those fields stay exactly as they are. So we'll open up our Chrome again, open up a new tab for this one, drag and drop it just like we did before. Here's my fillable form. Chrome actually would still let me make changes if I wanted to, but I'm going to hit my print icon. I've got it still saved as PDF. I could change this back to a printer if I did want to print this out, but I'm going to hit Save. And I'm going to call this the flat version of this form. I'll hit Save, and it appeared here on my desktop. So if I open this up now, you can see I can no longer click to change these. These are now permanent. They're flat on there just like I had printed it out and scanned it back in again. Even this little drop down doesn't work anymore. It's just an image now. The final reason that you might want to send something through Chrome to PDF print is if you marked something up. So I have this sample 17 here that perhaps I want to draw on it somehow. Maybe I'm going to make a change of some kind. Maybe I'm going to add an additional signature, anything like that. Let's just draw a line, just so we'll be able to recognize it very easily. Now the problem is that right now this line is still movable. So if I send it to someone, maybe they wouldn't see it, maybe it will move up here, maybe they can delete it if they are a nefarious individual. So we want that to be flat, just like we printed it out. So I'm going to save this, and close it out, and go back to my Chrome, open up a new tab again, and I'm going to take that marked up 17, put it in here. You can see there's my line. Chrome won't let me move it because Chrome's not a PDF editor. But if I were to open that on my computer, it's still movable. So I want to hit my print icon, save as PDF, hit save. I'm going to change this to be flat and hit save. It's going to appear over here in the corner. And now when I open it up, even though this is the same computer, the same software, I can no longer move this line. It's permanent. It's on there forever. So if you're doing any sort of markup changes in your PDF editor, always a good idea to print to PDF before sending it so that those changes stay permanent. Like I said, just as though you printed it out and then scanned it again. So those are the 3 most common reasons why you might want to use print to PDF. If you're using Preview, there is a save as PDF option in Preview that works mostly the same way, but not all PDF editors are like that. Sometimes you might have trouble. I find that everything will run through Chrome, everything can get saved and printed through Chrome. And because it's free and available on all computers and works the same way on all computers, that's why we recommend it. Check out the other videos we have on this channel for additional PDF editing tips. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments.